Imagine discovering that everything you've been told is a lie. The people you trusted, the system that promised to protect you, even death itself. Just when Silo convinces us that the truth has finally surfaced, Episode 4 pulls the rug out from under our feet with one of the biggest twists in the entire series. A trusted ally becomes a secret rebel. A ruthless enemy may no longer be the villain, and someone everyone believed was dead is hiding beneath the silo. But that's only the ending, because before we get there, this episode quietly plants clues that completely change how we see the entire season. After 3 episodes filled with mysteries, secrets, and unanswered questions, Episode 4 finally shifts the story into a higher gear. Until now, the season has been carefully building suspense. Every episode introduced new puzzles. Who is really controlling the algorithm? Why was Juliette's memory erased? What happened during the Iran mission hundreds of years earlier? And why does it feel like every character is hiding something? Episode 4 doesn't answer all of those questions. Instead, it does something even smarter. It begins connecting them. For the first time this season, the 2 timelines, the present-day events inside Silo 18 and the before-time storyline following Daniel Keene and Helen Drew, start feeling like 2 halves of the same mystery. Every discovery in one timeline suddenly gives new meaning to the other, and that's what makes this episode so fascinating. But before we dive into the conspiracy, let's head back inside Silo 18, because Juliette's nightmare is only just beginning. The episode opens immediately after last week's devastating cliffhanger. Camille Sims has made her decision. Following Juliette's survival of the poison gas attack in the mines, the algorithm has reached a chilling conclusion. Juliette Nichols is now officially classified as an existential threat. Think about that phrase for a moment. Not a criminal, not a fugitive, not even a murderer. An existential threat. That's important because it tells us something about how the algorithm thinks. It doesn't see people as human beings. It sees them as variables inside a system. If one variable threatens the stability of the whole equation, it must be removed. No questions, no trial, no mercy. Camille completely accepts that logic. She doesn't hesitate, she doesn't argue. Instead, she prepares to finish what the gas attack failed to do: kill Juliette. This moment tells us just how much Camille has changed. Earlier in the series, she often balanced duty with compassion. Now, she's becoming an extension of the algorithm itself. She no longer questions orders. She simply carries them out. And that's what makes her one of the most dangerous people in the silo. Before Camille can carry out her plan, Robert Sims enters the room. On the surface, nothing about the conversation seems unusual. Camille explains that the poison released into the mines was originally intended for Lucas Kyle. Instead, Juliette became the victim. Lucas escaped. The mission failed. Now Juliette has to die. Robert listens carefully. Then he says something unexpected. He offers to do it himself. At first, this sounds exactly like the Robert Sims we've known for the past 2 seasons. The loyal enforcer. The man who always follows orders. But if you've been paying attention since the beginning of Season 3, something feels different. Notice how calm he is. Notice how carefully he chooses his words. He isn't excited. He isn't eager. He's almost sympathetic. It's one of the first subtle hints that Robert may no longer be completely loyal to the system he spent years protecting. The episode doesn't say this directly. Instead, it lets tiny moments slowly build our suspicion. And Silo is brilliant at that kind of storytelling. The next major scene takes place inside the infirmary. Juliette is weak, disoriented, still recovering from the poison gas attack. She's vulnerable, exactly where Camille wants her. Nurse Amy receives clear instructions. Sedate Juliette, keep her unconscious. Camille will handle the rest. Everything appears routine. Amy prepares a syringe. Emerson moves in to restrain Juliette. And then, everything changes. Instead of injecting Juliette, Amy injects Emerson. Within seconds, he collapses to the floor. It's one of the episode's first truly shocking moments. For weeks, Amy has seemed frightened, quiet, obedient, someone simply trying to survive. Now we discover she's been hiding a secret all along. She isn't working for Camille. She's been protecting Juliette. As Amy helps Juliette escape through hidden hospital corridors, she reveals something that answers one of the season's biggest mysteries. Long before Juliette began secretly refusing her memory-suppressing medication, someone had instructed Amy to replace those pills. That means Juliette's memories weren't returning because she outsmarted the system. Someone inside the silo wanted her memories to come back. That's a huge revelation, because memory has become one of Season 3's central themes. Without memories, people become easier to control. They stop questioning authority. They stop connecting past events. They stop recognizing patterns. In many ways, memory itself has become an act of rebellion. Whoever ordered Amy to replace Juliette's medication understood exactly how dangerous remembering could be. But the episode doesn't reveal who gave those orders. Not yet. Instead, it plants another mystery, one that won't fully make sense until much later. Knowing security will soon realize what's happened, Amy makes one final sacrifice. Rather than escaping herself, she deliberately creates a distraction. She sends the guards searching in the wrong direction. She knows she'll almost certainly be caught, but she also knows Juliette needs time. It's a powerful reminder that revolutions aren't always led by heroes with weapons. Sometimes they're started by ordinary people making impossible choices. Amy may not look like the strongest character in the story, but in this moment, she shows more courage than almost anyone else inside the silo. Meanwhile, Juliette disappears into the maze of corridors beneath Silo 18. She has no idea who she can trust. She has no memories of many of the people trying to help her. And somewhere above her, Camille has realized her prisoner is gone. The hunt has officially begun. But escaping the infirmary is only the beginning, because in the next part, Juliette finds herself trapped between old friends, new enemies, and someone she never expected to see waiting for her. At the same time, hundreds of years in the past, Daniel and Helen uncover a conspiracy so dangerous that powerful people will do almost anything to keep it buried. And trust me, Juliette's escape quickly turns into a desperate race through the silo. With security closing in from every direction, she receives unexpected help from Shirley, who risks everything to get her out alive. At the same time, Knox creates a diversion, proving that the people of Mechanical are slowly beginning to unite behind Juliette once again. But something feels different about Robert Sims. When Juliette reaches Pump Room 76, she finds Sims waiting for her. Instead of attacking, he simply tells her to listen. Juliette, remembering everything Sims has done in the past, doesn't hesitate. She runs. The strange part? Sims never chases her. This small moment hints that his loyalties may be changing, raising one of the episode's biggest questions. Is Sims secretly trying to protect Juliette? Meanwhile, Sheriff Billings continues investigating Orla Kent's death. The autopsy reveals a shocking truth. Orla wasn't killed by the poison gas. She had already been murdered days earlier, and her body was hidden inside a sealed tunnel. Suddenly, the gas attack wasn't the real crime. It simply exposed another one. At the same time, Daniel and Helen continue digging into the conspiracy in the before times. Their search leads them to a mysterious chess game that may have been used to pass secret messages. But before they can get any answers, a powerful stranger offers them everything they've ever wanted, on one condition: stop asking questions. The deeper both stories go, the more obvious it becomes that someone has been controlling the truth for a very long time. As Juliette descends deeper beneath Silo 18, the tension reaches its highest point. Guided by Shirley, she returns to the abandoned digger void, believing it may finally lead her to the answer she's been searching for. But what she finds instead changes everything. Hidden beneath the silo is a secret shelter. Inside, lying on a bed covered in severe burns, is Bernard Holland. Alive. It's one of the biggest twists in the series. The man everyone believed died in the Season 2 finale, and whose death Sims himself appeared to confirm, is somehow still alive. Suddenly, every action Robert Sims has taken this season looks completely different. Was Bernard's death faked? Has Sims secretly been working with him all along? Could Amy's decision to stop Juliette's medication have been part of Bernard's plan? Meanwhile, Daniel receives an unexpected call from his Pentagon contact Sam. After refusing to help earlier, Sam secretly investigated the evidence and discovered something so shocking that he immediately contacts Daniel. The audience never learns what he found. Instead, the episode ends both storylines on massive cliffhangers. Episode 4 completely changes the direction of Season 3. Bernard's survival proves that almost everything we've been told about his death was false.
It also suggests there's a hidden resistance operating beneath the algorithm's control. Robert Sims may no longer be the loyal enforcer we believed he was. His actions throughout the episode suggest he's secretly trying to save Juliette rather than kill her. Amy's sacrifice confirms that rebellion has already spread inside the silo. Billings' murder investigation hints that corruption exists far beyond the fight for power. And Daniel and Helen are getting dangerously close to uncovering the truth about the conspiracy that existed long before the silos were ever built. The biggest theme of this episode is simple. The closer people get to the truth, the more dangerous the world becomes. Nothing is what it seems anymore. Friends may actually be enemies. Enemies may secretly be allies. And even death can no longer be trusted. With Bernard back, Juliette's memories returning, and the conspiracy growing larger in both timelines, Episode 5 promises to answer some huge questions, but it will almost certainly raise even bigger ones.